All right, guys, welcome back. Manhart here. In this video, which is a special video because I'm breaking down one of my favorite creators. You guys have heard of him, Brez. We're covering exactly how he's running a $400,000 per month passive funnel. Yes, passive funnel. This man is not even scaling. He's running a six-figure per month coaching business. And we're covering how he's generating immense amounts of traffic all the way to nurturing that traffic and acquiring warm leads. And now then oh my God, I can't speak. And then taking that warm traffic and warm leads to convert into his offer and collecting the cash. So let's get into it. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is traffic because it's top of the funnel, right? And he's using the triple threat, which is the best three platforms you can use right now to go viral, to get views, to really get the interest of people. Okay. And that includes for short form, Instagram and TikTok, and for long form, YouTube. Now, if we take a closer look at Brez Instagram, you can see that he has consistently been racking in views. Okay. He's racking in 100, 200K, even 400K views. And the content that he's posting is really meant for his ICP. So, just for a little bit of context, Brez offer is, or what he does himself is freelance brand scaling, which is just another fancy term for running meta ads for brands and making them money. And you take a percentage of that money. So he kind of just reworded it and made it his own. And that's what he does. So you're really seeing nothing of the business side. You're seeing all the results that he has gotten from making a successful business for himself. So you see the lifestyle, you see the jet skis, you see him hanging out with successful people, you see him, making edits of himself, you see the cars, all that kind of stuff. Okay. And you will even see this on his short form content on his TikTok as well. Okay. Same kind of stuff, tons and tons of views. And again, it's just portraying the lifestyle. And this type of content tends to go viral because of the way he's targeting his audience. Okay. He's funny, he's energetic, he's real. He's not trying to put on a persona for social media. He's just keeping it authentic and he's just showing you the raw lifestyle that he has been able to achieve. All right. And this gets the attention of a lot of people. This gets the interest of a lot of people, which ends up making his videos blow up and essentially bringing more people into his funnel. All right. And combine his clipper strategy as well. So if you guys don't know what clippers are, they're pretty much people that repurpose your content or repost it for you to give it more traction on social media. So he has a bunch of clippers that run this for him as well, which ends up getting him more leads to the gate and more eyes on him as well. Now, let's talk about YouTube for a little bit too. So let's talk about YouTube because this is such an important platform to take leverage of. And if we take a look at Breskill's channel, he's consistently posting videos that are 30 minutes long. Each of them are just expanding on his lifestyle. So you get to see valuable lessons from him. You get to see more about the guy himself, and pretty much just him displaying the lifestyle that everyone wants to have. Okay. And if you guys have heard about the 7-hour content rule as well, someone usually has to go through 7 hours worth of content from you. And that can be on multiple different platforms, but it will lead to a higher conversion rate in the sense of you will trust them more and actually buy from them. And YouTube is a great place to do this. If we take for comparison Instagram Reels, the amount of Instagram Reels you would have to watch to amount to a 30-minute YouTube video is just crazy. It's 30 Reels. Okay. No one's watching 30 Reels in maybe one day, but a YouTube video, someone could watch that in one day. And leveraging this while also interesting the people that watch him is a perfect combination. So he's doing really well here. And you will see that in all of his videos that you watch, if you check the description, there is a funnel. Okay. There's two routes to go from here. Once you watch this video and you're interested in the lifestyle per se, and you want to be like Brett Scales, then you can apply for you. Then you can actually learn to start your freelance brand scaling business for free. Okay. So that's going to be the first link that you're going to end up clicking. But let's say you're a brand and you like what Breast Skills does for other people, you're interested, then you can go into getting your brand scaled as well. Even if we go on his Instagram, you will see in his bio, there's two ways to go about it. If you're interested in freelance brand scaling, click the first link. If you're interested in getting your brand scaled, you click the second link. So let's talk about this first funnel that you end up landing on if you're interested in freelance brand scaling. So you're met with this page. You're not going to be able to view the video. You're not going to be able to do nothing but click this button below that says unlock the mini course. And if we read the title, it really sparks curiosity because Brez is making six figures a month from doing this business model, and you can too. So you're going to go ahead and click this unlock the mini course button. You're going to be met with a quick fill your information to get the mini course. And this is where they're going to get you with email marketing and SMS marketing to just put you in the funnel for the future. Even if you don't go ahead and watch the video and all that kind of stuff, they can still target you in the back end. So you still see more breast skills. Okay. You're going to put in your details really, really quickly, and you're going to unlock the page pretty much. Now you can actually go ahead and watch the video. So if we take a look at the page itself, first thing you're going to see is you're going to see a 13-minute VSL. This is where Brett Scale is going to talk about the business model. He's going to talk about the ins and outs, his come up story, what he went through, how he was basically able to achieve the lifestyle that he has been able to achieve with freelance brand scaling. Okay, and from this video, this is where his audience is really going to become problem aware. They're going to understand that where they are right now, they are not going to be able to achieve the lifestyle that they desire. If they want to be like Brett Scales, they have to make a change. Okay, that the VSL plays a huge part in that because 13 minutes of just nonstop reality being thrown at you. You're not where you're at. It's because of you. You don't have the skills, you don't have the skill set, you don't have the business model to get to where you want to be. Okay. And the VSL conveys the perfect emotion for that. And the rest of the page is just long form videos of him talking to his clients, how Luke is hitting 20K months at 18 years old. Bro, an 18-year-old is making 20K. You're going to watch that video. You're going to consume that content. And what it's going to do is, after watching a bunch of these videos of just nonstop testimonials, you're going to understand that what Brett Scale has actually works. This is really building social proof. This is really building credibility, and your audience becomes solution aware. They understand that what you have is the key to the lock that will unlock the lifestyle that they desire. So after going through the page, essentially what you're going to do is you're going to click that big yellow button up at the start, which says apply now. Okay, you want to apply this, you want to start the business model, you have to click apply now. So once you do that, you're met with a quick type form. There's a big text at the top that mentions this application is only for freelance brand scalers who have the funds to invest into their learning. Do not apply if you don't have set aside funds for coaching. So he's weeding out people that don't primarily have money for themselves. Now, I'm not saying whoever reads this text is magically not going to click the start button. Yes, there will be people that come through the gate still that are still going to fill in wrong information and somehow get through the funnel. But what it's doing is it's weeding out majority of the people that really don't have investments set aside for themselves. Okay, this may include 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 14 and 15-year-olds. If they don't have money, they're not going to go through this funnel. They understand they cannot get the money. Okay, and I don't think Bresco wants to work with 14 or 15-year-olds that are not committed to themselves. So once you actually go ahead and start the application, it's going to ask you some simple questions about, freelance brand scaling. If you have clients, have you done the business model in the past? And the most important question, I guess, is they ask you, what's your budget? How much money do you have set aside for yourself to invest into yourself? And if you do have money, then you're going to go to the qualified funnel. However, if you do not have the money, then you're going to go to the not qualified funnel. So this is essentially where the two funnels are divided. And let's talk about the funnel that does not qualify first. So if you do not qualify, essentially you just don't have money right now to invest into the program. You're going to be met with a message that is pretty much just going to say that, it's okay that you don't have the funds right now. We understand that, but I'm still going to give you something. And essentially what you're going to get access to is his YouTube channel, where it's filled with nurture content. It's filled with information to help you understand the business model more, even get started with it, maybe even land your first client, make a little bit of money. And after watching these videos or enough of these videos, it might even spark enough curiosity in you and enough drive that you're going to scour to find the money for yourself to invest into this guy's program. So you'll see that all his videos, all the descriptions lead back essentially to the type form. So it's a it's more of a sales cycle. Okay, you have not reached that threshold that you can invest into yourself or into the business model. So what they're going to do is they're going to nurture you with educational content, and you're going to come back to them after you've made a significant or a little bit amount of money. All right, so now let's talk about the qualified traffic. You filled in your details, they've asked for your information, contact information. Essentially, you also have the money set aside to invest into this guy's program. They want you inside of the funnel. And how are they going to do so? So, first thing they're going to do is Breskill is going to have a quick video, again, talking about, really driving your emotions up, because he wants to make sure that while you're on this page, you really don't have any doubts in your head. So he's just going to secure that position. And what he's also going to tell you is to wait for his team to contact you. I'll explain the backend in a second and how all of that works. But after that video, you're going to go down. There's going to be FAQ question type videos. I love this section because you're consuming more content from him. It's not just text. Not a lot of people like to read text, but these bite-sized videos, 1 minute to 2 minutes to, whatever time it might be, are really helpful for answering and addressing people's questions because it's coming directly from you. After that, you will see step 3, more case study videos. This guy wants you to see the case study videos, the people that have been able to achieve success, what's common in between them. And so you get the ideal picture of what you need to be like to achieve the same level of success, right? And then he just keeps spamming it. All right, so let's say you've went through the page, you've watched the video, you've watched a couple FAQ videos, you've gone through some long form videos. By now, if you are a very qualified lead, by that I mean you have more money to spend into the program. The team might have already hit you up. Okay, and let's explain this for a second as well. So on the Slack channel, the appointment sitters already know who's a qualified lead, who's a very qualified lead, and who's a lead that is semi-qualified. Okay, based on that, they're going to make their judgment, and whoever is the most qualified, they're going to prioritize calling them within 5 to 10 minutes. And this is because the speed to lead graph over here that I show, it's scientifically proven that when someone completes an application form, they are more likely to respond within 5 to 10 minutes. And Brez has already established that his team is going to reach out to you guys. So you're already expecting the call to happen. You're not going to be doing, random tasks and stuff like that because you can expect a call at any second. However, if you're not a very qualified lead, they might not prioritize you because of the sheer amount of volume that's coming into the funnel. So what they might do is hit you within 15 to 30 minutes. And regardless of if you're a qualified lead or not qualified lead, in the sense of you don't have too much money, then and you don't pick up, they will keep following up with you up until you do. Once they get you on a call, they're going to just talk about the business model, hype you up, of course. Understand if you were actually lying about how much money you make, understand the situation a little bit, really just appointment set and make the judgment of if you are a good prospect to send over to the closer. And if you are, they're going to book you in for a time. So they're going to do this over the phone, and they're not just going to send you a link. A lot of people forget to do that. They're going to do it on the call. Make sure that before you leave the call, you are booked in. Once you're booked in, they're going to add you on WhatsApp. They're going to send you a message. They're going to build more of a personal connection, and they're going to also send you a VSL. So they're going to really clear up your doubts in the sense of they're going to make you understand the business model again, what's required, what's not required, all the ins and outs. So you have a clear understanding before you go into the call, because you might not have watched the whole videos and all that kind of stuff. What they're also going to do is they're going to make a group chat with the setter, which you're already in there as a setter, but they're also going to add the closer. And this is because you want to build a personal connection with the closer as well. All right. Imagine just hopping on with someone and they're asking you to pay $4,000. It doesn't make sense. You want to have a little bit of a personal connection. So when you do hop on, you don't have to break the ice too much. It's already established. And so they do a really good job with this. They make the setter in the group chat plus also the closer active. And from there, you're going to pretty much just have reminders. Okay. So by reminders, I mean you have the WhatsApp group chat, of course, where the setter is going to make sure that you are reminded of the call. Plus, you have the email reminders from the event that's booked in as well. So you have the 24-hour reminder. You're going to have the 6 and 3 hour reminder, and the setter will also call you. And this is probably the most important part of the funnel. He's going to call you 1 hour before to 1 hour prior to the call. Sorry, and this is just to make sure that you're going to hop on the call, that there's no problems, no last minute things that are coming up, and making sure that you're ready to go. Okay, you've cleared up your workspace, you're not in the car, you're at your desk, you're ready to really listen to this life-changing advice that this closer is going to give you. Essentially, he's just going to close you. And from there, we really look at the outcome of the call. Okay, so we're looking at, if there's a no-show, then the setters follow up. If there's a no close, then there's value follow ups as well. And the best case scenario is the call happens and the cash is collected. Boom. And that's pretty much the funnel, guys. This was the back end, which is a very, very solid back end system that they have. You've seen how they qualify their traffic, how they nurture not qualified traffic as well, how they weed out people that are not qualified, how they take people from watching their content, piquing their interest, to then nurturing them into warm audience to go inside of their funnel. You've seen all of it. All of this is very, very well crafted, I would say. And if you guys are looking to build similar funnels for yourself, if you are a creator, of course, you guys can DM me on Instagram. All right. If you have questions about it, also DM me on Instagram. I'm happy to help. And ciao. See you in the next one.